Hi guys, my name is Sam and I'm gonna show you how to start Vue Storefront development. This video can be a good starting point for your Vue Storefront journey. Here we want to implement a simple feature which is popular products. Let me show you what you want to do. Okay, here we have a basic Vue Storefront application. This Vue Storefront application is not connected to any API or any other e-commerce platform. And any data that you are seeing and that you're watching are get loaded from market data, and everything is testing data. What you want to do is that you want to load these data, these products, from our API. We want to load these products dynamically from our server. This API can be your custom API, this can be your custom e-commerce, or any popular e-commerce like Magento, PrestaShop, OpenCart, or anything. Shopify and any other API that you want to integrate with your Vue Storefront application. That is all about what you want to do in this video, and let's go to the next section. Thank you. Okay, start with Vue Storefront documentation and head over to the Extending Vue Storefront Integrating Commerce Platform. I highly recommend to read this article, read this document, because it will give you a good understanding of how the Vue Storefront integration works. Maybe after reading this article, you will have many questions. For example, how the getters work, how the composables work, and here I try to simplify the process. Okay, let's go down to the get started section here. The first step is to fork boilerplate repository. But before doing this, let me show you the other integrations and the existing integrations, which are BigCommerce, Magento, Shopware, Vendor, PrestaShop, WooCommerce, Shopify, and some others. You can check all of them. And here is the list of all the integrations, all of the existing integrations. Shopify, Commerce Tools, Magento. We're working on the PrestaShop integration. We're in the middle of the development. I showed you the integrations to tell you that we get idea from them. In our case, we get idea from Shopify integration in more complex scenarios and more complex applications. You can see the Magento. The Magento is a good best practice in Vue Storefront, and that is all. We can continue with cloning the boilerplate and start coding. I've already cloned the project in my system, and I've opened it in my web store. Before installing dependencies, run this command to rename your project. Actually, this command will replace this integration placeholder with your integration name. In my case, this is my shop. Yeah, my shop. My shop is my Vue Storefront shop name. Replace this phrase with your shop name, and this will actually rename your project. After running this command, run yarn install to install dependencies and yarn build to build your project, and yarn dev to check if the project is running without any issue. Let me run the project. I've already run the install and build commands. Okay, it's finished. You can check it on your browser. I've already shown you. It's just like a basic Vue Storefront application, and that's it. Okay, let's get back to the code and take a look at the directory structure and packages. Here we have three important packages under the packages directory, which are three main components in Vue Storefront. And the first one is API client, which is responsible for the communication between Vue Storefront and our backend API or e-commerce platform. Actually, the API client is the point that we define our APIs and we send requests to our backend API. And the second are composables, which we can consider them as front business logics. For example, they define how the cart works, how the product works, or what happens when we click on add to cart button. And as you see, these are common features which are available in any e-commerce platform. But in some cases, we have other features. For example, we have an additional step in checkout, or I don't know, any other process in our platform. And in this case, we need to create our own composables and our own getters, pages, but the main logic is in composable. Okay, let's see Magento, because in Magento or Shopify integration, because in these platforms we have custom composables and platform specific logics. Okay, let's check the Magento integration to see these custom composables, and let me clone the Shopify 2 to get idea from both in the future. Okay, Shopify and Magento. Okay, here is the Magento integration. You can see that they have changed the directory structure, and as you see, we have a country search, we have upsell products and external checkout. These are some custom composables which are added to this integration, and you can use you can create your own composables as you need. Okay, let's get back to our boilerplate code. There's one other package, the theme package. Under the theme directory, we will see a Nuxt.js application. Vue components and Vue page components are all of them are here. And in underlying theme directory, we will have the default Vue Storefront theme, which we should override its components later. Okay, let me show you a general picture of Vue Storefront. Head over to the Vue Storefront documentation, and here. Okay, this is the general picture of Vue Storefront. We have three important entities here, which the first one is the client, and this is our browser, and the second one is our Node.js server, which the Nuxt.js will be run there, and the third is our REST API platform, or I don't know, your e-commerce platform, your custom API, your backend API, anything that you want to use as your backend API. Let's assume that in our browser we are accessing the product page and we want to get the product data. To get the product data, the request will not be sent directly to our backend API or our e-commerce API. Instead, the request will be sent to our Node.js server. Actually, the API client, which is our middleware, it will take the request, and based on our integration, it will call our platform API. After that, the middleware will take the response and will send it back to our browser. Generally, that's how the Vue Storefront works. Okay, let's go back to our feature. We wanted to load these products dynamically from our REST API. So it's a good idea to know that how the current page is being loaded, is being rendered. Okay, let's do that. As I said, we have a default theme, and within the default theme, let me find the home page. Yeah, to our this page, we should create the pages directory and copy and paste the home page into the pages. Let's find the products array. Yes, actually the products data is returned by data method, which we can access in our components. Let me remove the products mock array completely because we want to load them from our API. Actually, the responsible composable to load products is the useProduct composable. Let me find it. Composables, RC, and useProduct. Yeah. Here we just need to implement the product search logic. But before doing the rest of the work, let's take a look at the Shopify integration to see how it handles useProduct in homepage. Okay. Let me find the useProduct. Yes. And here is the products variable. Actually, in Vue Storefront, composables use the composition API, which is added in Vue.js 3. That's why we add our logics to setup method. Okay, let me copy and paste it. Here we have the setup method. And let me remove the logics which we do not need them. Let me import the computed and on SSR. On SSR is for asynchronous. Actually, we put asynchronous calls within on SSR. Okay, let me import these, and if I use product and product getters, I'm gonna remove this. Okay, rename the related products to featured products. We do not need them. Okay, now we need to load the products. So first, let me replace the products with an empty array. Good. For now, I want to show you the API which we use to get product data. So let's go to buildshops.com to see the API. Scroll down to the Postman documentation. Yes. As I've said, we're working on the PrestaShop integration, and this is the API which we use to communicate with our PrestaShop e-commerce platform. Here is the featuredProducts API, and you can see the structure of featuredProducts. Yes. Okay. Head over to the code. We have added the useProduct composable, but it's not connected to anywhere. So let's write our featuredProduct API. Let's go to the API client package and create a directory named featuredProduct. Okay. Here we should change some configurations. To see the required configurations, head over to the Vue Storefront documentation and change the configuration. Oh, before changing the settings, try to add Axios to our API client, to the API client package. Okay, let's do that. cd2 API client and add Axios. Oh, let me remove the featuredProducts. I will add it again. Okay, done. Yes, Axios is added. Now let's change the API client settings. First, we need to add the Axios, import it, and we need to define an instance from the Axios. Let's add the Axios as our API client. Actually, our project used this Axios instance to call our API. Let me add the featuredProducts again. At this step, let me add our API URL, our base API URL. To add this URL, we add it to middleware in our Nuxt application. Here. Okay, our API is rest.buildshops.com. Okay, let's implement the featuredProducts. Well, let me copy this code and rename it to getFeaturedProduct. Okay, replace the URL with our API URL. Yes. We do not need any parameter. Now let's add the featuredProduct feature products API to our settings. This way we export the feature products to be available and accessible in Composables. Okay, rename this feature product to getFiltered, and yeah, that's it. That is all for our getFiltered API. And when we export it here, we can access it in Composables to call the getFiltered API and get the data for products. Now head over to useProduct composable and implement product search method. Okay, let's copy it and paste it here. Rename this to my shop and get product to get feature product. Okay, that is all for useProduct composable. Actually, useProduct factory will do the rest of the work. Inside the useProduct factory, there are two reactive variables which this factory manages them. So here we just need to implement the logic for product search. And the logic is to get product data. So here we send a request to our API client, which is a call to our middleware server. Actually here the RPC call happens. Generally, this composable is responsible for the logic behind the product, which is handled by useProduct factory. Okay, head over to the home page. You can see the products and loading, which are returned by the factory and our useProduct composable. And here we call the product search, and after calling it, the products and the loading will be get filled. I just want to cancel the products to see its value. Okay, feature products, and we need to reload the project because the host reload feature is not available for middleware, and our API client is a type of middleware. Okay, let's rebuild the project. Oh, I forgot to rename the Shopify to my shop, and let's rebuild the project. Okay, let me check what we get in cancel. Yeah. I think, yeah, we need to get the value. Yeah, you see that you're getting exactly what we have in our REST API. So now it's time to convert our data to the form that our Vue Storefront application understands it. Actually, the return data has our API format, and in our case, the structure is coming from PrestaShop. Okay, let me stop the application and uncomment these lines. Okay, great. For now, let me explain what happens here. I want to talk about the product getters and the getFiltered method. The goal is to convert this platform-specific data structure to a predefined data type, which will use it across the application. Here, the getFiltered method is responsible to do this translation. Actually, here we pass the data, which is returned from our platform, from our backend API, and the getFilter does this translation. And finally, here we have our translated, our transformed data. And the products array will have objects of our product type. Okay, let's take a look at the product getter and head over to the getFilter method. Yeah, let me remove the demo code. And yeah, this is the product type. This is the type which you want to convert our platform-specific data structure to it. Okay, let's check the Shopify integration and product getters. You see, here we have a function, the enhance product, which takes the product data. It's a helper function to build our data structure. It's good to know that we can skip this mapping if the API structure matches our need. So simply we can keep our API structure. But in our case, we will do this mapping. Okay. Here is the enhanced product, and let me copy and paste it to our project. Okay. Let me remove these files. Import the enhanced product, and yeah, these are all for Shopify integration. Let's do our own mapping. Let me check our API. We just want to have three properties: name, price, and product image. That's our name. And where's the cover image? Yeah. And regular price and discount price. Product regular price, and this is the price after discount. Yeah. Okay. Let me remove these lines, and I think our mapping is complete. Now let's define our product type. Name, cover image, and regular price and discount price. Okay. We do not need it. Okay, the products array is ready. We can continue to link it to its components. But before doing this, let me explain what's happening here. Here the magic happens. Where? Exactly here. When we want to access our product properties to build up our components, for example, we want to access the product name or we want to get the product title, we do not get them directly with the product object. We access them through the getters. For example, to get the product name, we call getName method. Consider the getters as a shared specification through which everybody knows how to access product fields. There's the same idea for other entities in Vue Storefront. Okay, now let me change the product title. Get name. And here we pass the product object. Get cover image. Let me check the Shopify integration to copy the price. Okay. This is for internationalization. Okay. Now let's implement the get name, get cover image, and the method in product getter, actually. Let me copy them from Shopify integration. For get name. Now we do not need a slug. Product price. And for cover image, okay, let's run the project. I think something's wrong. Oh, I forgot to get the data from PS data. And you see our JSON structure, code success, and PS data. Okay. Let's rerun the project. No. Okay, let me remove the max from product cart. Yes. Okay. You see that our products are get loaded correctly. Thank you for watching this video. Write comment to give me your feedback, and also you can contact me through my email. I hope you enjoyed it.